Welcome to today's Explainer. We're looking at something today that is literally changing the game for how humanitarian work gets funded. It's called the Charter for Change Due Diligence Passporting Tool. And we're going to see exactly how this framework takes just one assessment and turns it into a universally trusted standard. Let's start by meeting Maimuna. She's the director of a local NGO. And every single time a new donor wants to fund her absolutely critical work, what happens? She faces this massive, towering due diligence questionnaire. We're talking about another site visit, another whole week lost, literally just to prove the exact same things she already proved to a completely different donor just last month. It begs the question, right? Why prove it all over again?
Okay, let's dive into this a bit. Because the underlying facts here, they haven't changed. It's the exact same organization running the exact same systems. It's literally just a different donor. And across places like Kenya's arid and semi-arid lands, this relentless, endless cycle of repetitive paperwork is just bleeding valuable time and resources. Instead of actually providing life-saving aid, incredible leaders like Maimuna are stuck behind a desk checking compliance boxes. It's incredibly frustrating.
But enter the passporting tool. Think about how an international passport works, right? It lets you cross borders without having to prove your citizenship from scratch every single time you land. Well, this tool works the exact same way, but for due diligence. You complete one really thorough assessment and boom, it functions as a passport that is accepted by donor after donor. It's a real game changer.
So let's see how this actually builds. How does this transfer of trust actually happen? Well, it all relies on three specific roles. First, you have the partner organization, the one being assessed, so in this case, Maimuna's NGO. Second, there's the passporting organization, and they're the ones conducting that rigorous initial review. And finally, the receiving organization. That's the new donor who just accepts the completed passport as verified proof. Simple, right?
Moving on to Section 1, the 7-tab structure, organized, comprehensive, and universal.
Now, the assessment itself is basically a multi-tab spreadsheet that evaluates 7 core areas. We're looking at general info, governance, strategy, accountability, HR and security, financial management, and finally, data and IT. Oh, and there is also an optional 8th section for those unique, local contexts, which is great because it ensures total flexibility depending on exactly where you're operating.
Now, what's really interesting here is how they grade this. Assessors use this highly intuitive color-coded 1 to 4 scale. It's super straightforward. It ranges from a red 1, which means criteria aren't met and the risk is high, all the way up to a teal 4, meaning criteria are fully met or even exceeded, so the risk is low. And along the way, assessors can drop in comments and agree on specific areas that might need just a bit of strengthening.
Oh, and here is a fantastic pro tip for you. There's actually a built-in shortcut. If an organization is already certified against the Core Humanitarian Standard, or CHS, they automatically score a low-risk 4 on safe and responsive complaints handling. I love this because it literally rewards you for the hard work you've already put in. You don't have to prove it twice.
All right, let's jump to Section 2, the Passport Portfolio. 9 policies, shared once, verified everywhere.
So the spreadsheet we just talked about is really only half the picture. To make the passport complete, it requires a portfolio of 9 core policies. We're talking about governance documents like your constitution and strategic plan, accountability tools, so your complaints and safeguarding policies, plus things like audited financials, finance manuals, IT policies, and codes of conduct. You compile this whole shebang once and you can use it everywhere.
Now, obviously, when we're handling sensitive data like this, consent is absolutely crucial, and the framework protects that beautifully. The partner organization holds the absolute final say over who gets to see their passport. Nothing moves without their permission. Then, when the passporting and receiving organizations sign off, they're basically confirming that the assessment was done in good faith and that they're relying on it responsibly. It's quite literally a digital handshake of trust.
So, let's bring it back to Maimuna. Because of this tool, one honest review can now be shared safely across an entire network of donors. No more starting from scratch. She finally gets her time back to focus on that actual life-changing fieldwork that matters so much. And the donors? Well, they get faster, smarter partnerships that are built on genuinely earned trust. It's a total win-win for everyone involved.
So what does this all mean for you? The crucial takeaway here is this. The next time a donor hands over a towering stack of repetitive paperwork, there's a standard shifting question that you, and absolutely should, ask. Can we passport this? Because good work deserves to be recognized once and trusted everywhere.
Thank you so much for joining this explainer today.